Greetings everyone and welcome to another video in which we are going to rank the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. There's a new movie that came out on Disney Plus. Came out, maybe a week ago, just about. I think last Friday is when it came out. So we're going to rank all the movies. For some reason it's not listed here, but I'll tell you where it's going to be listed once we get to it. But without further ado, let's get into this. So, starting off with, get these in order real quick. Starting with number 1, Diary of a Wimpy Kid 2010. Very nostalgic for me because this was about the same time I got into the books. I read most of the books, I think up until maybe like Hard Luck or something, or Long Haul. I forgot which one it was that I kind of stopped reading, but I read I would say the first 10 books, and the first 10 books were pretty, I think the early books were nice, but the later ones are kind of getting a little too draggy for my taste. But as far as the first film goes, the 2010 film, it's pretty good. I think the only thing that drags it down is Greg is probably as most unlikable state in this movie. I don't know. He just, he's a little too selfish. But I can, the one credit I will give him is that, in middle school, kids are sometimes like this. He's a kid. He's not like an adult. You wouldn't really expect an adult to be too selfish unless, unless they're the head of a company or something. But yeah, and the one good thing about this movie is, Greg does redeem himself at the end, so you can't really say this film is awful because of his unlikability, but I think that's kind of what drags this film down a little bit. But I do have to say this movie is very good. I love the cast. The cast was pretty spot on for this film. Especially the dad. The dad is hilarious. I'm gonna give it a B tier. I think it's good. Then next up we have Roger Rolls, and I think this film is really underrated. I think this film really exceeded the first one. I'm gonna put it on S. I've actually had a really good time with this film. Devin Bostic as Roderick is always hilarious, and just the whole scene where they're trying to clean up the house after the party, which it's just hilarious. And then, yeah, it's a very good sibling movie too. It's just that's why I ranked it the best. And then next up we have Dog Days. I think it's better than the first one, but not as good as the second one. I think it's an A tier. It's a nice summer flick. It focuses a lot on Greg and his dad, and I wasn't too sure how I felt about this movie when it came out. Part of me liked it, part of me didn't like it. It was so weird that they skipped the last straw, which they kind of borrowed elements from it and Roger Rules and Dog Days, because the whole Spag Union thing is in this movie, even though it was taken from Last Straw. But I think it works for this movie, even though they skipped a book. I think it works for this movie. And then next up we have The Long Haul, and I think everybody knows how bad this movie is. It is atrocious. Just them making a new cast was, I don't know how I feel about that. The choices they made. The actors, I feel were just way too young for these roles. Yeah, plus the humor is a gigantic step down. A lot of it is just scatological humor and just gross out humor and stuff. And I mean, these first three films had some of that, but it was never really the focus. The focus was mostly on the character interactions and stuff, and I just don't like how dated this movie is. This movie is insanely dated with just the whole like smartphone stuff and like YouTuber like plot. It's just so like it's so bad. I don't know what to say about this. Like I just it's the worst one without a doubt. And then to talk about the 2021 movie, um I'm gonna say it was definitely better than Long Haul, don't get me wrong. But I just think it's very lackluster. I didn't like it that much. Like Greg feels more unlikable in that movie than he did in even the 2010 film, and then even Rowley managed to be kind of unlikable too. Um, the movie does have good voice acting. I know a lot of the actors are kids, but I think it fit the animated style they were going for. Like I think the voices fit the characters. So that immediately makes it better than Long Haul. But another downside is it's very short. It's like maybe 55 minutes or something. Like it's not even an hour long. So I don't know if they really intended to make this a movie. Maybe it was supposed to be a TV series or something. I probably would like to see that more because I know there's another film coming out like next year, Roger Rules. So I'll see how that is. But I think I would put it in. I think I would put it in C tier. Yeah, I don't have the icon for it, so I'm just gonna type it in there. But yeah, that's how I would rank them. 2021 film, it's decent at best, and it's just kind of lackluster at worst. It's like, I mean, if you have Disney Plus, I mean, check it out, but don't get Disney Plus just for the film because it's honestly not even that good. Like, just watch some clips on YouTube. But yeah, that's my list. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, subscribe, and I'll get some more videos out for you soon. I'm out of school, so I'll make sure to upload some more. Alright, see y'all in the next video.